Hello. Um, as you can see, I don't really have a studio. Uh, I like this personal kind of video type setup. Maybe, if anybody ever watches any of these videos, maybe in the future, I can set up some kind of little studio or something like that. But there's some shocking stats that I've heard recently. One was the Rand Corporation put out a report that there was during the past, I believe, 40 years, which is generally called the neoliberal age, right? I actually didn't even realize that. And it's interesting. It's neither new nor is it liberal, even though it's called the neoliberal age. And what changed was, like, if you read, the works of Martin Gillen's, I forgot the other guy's name, but in their work Affluence and Influence, I think Martin Gillen's now teaches at UCLA. Or what's this guy? Who wrote Capital. I'm not talking about Karl Marx. I'm talking about this young French. I'm trying to look up. Let me see. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can still see me. French economist. Thomas Piketty. Yeah, get his books. Or Gal Alparovitz. But there was a $50 trillion upward transfer of wealth from the 90% of the population, most of us, to the top, like, 0.1%. Now that is astonishing. Really. It's really astonishing if you think about it. That kind of concentration of wealth. And one thing is, Martin Gillen's points out that these are the people who also run the United States. So there's a concentration of power and money, right? And that is what Mark Twain called the Gilded Age, right? So we're sort of in the second Gilded Age. Then Oxfam did a little report, not a little report, I'm sorry, 2018, I believe, where they said that 8 individuals, and I believe all men, had more wealth. I'm going to look this up too. Oxfam. 8 individuals have more wealth Oxfam. 8 men. All right, listen to this. Oh wow, this is actually bigger than I thought. It has nothing to do with the country. It says 8 men own the same wealth as 3.6 billion people who make up the poorest half of humanity, according to a new report published by Oxfam today, ahead of their annual meeting of political and business leaders in Davos, Switzerland. So this is the meeting up in Davos. This was on January 15th, 2017. Then just 8 men own same wealth as half of the world. So that's not, oh my goodness. So that's not hyperbole. World's billionaires have more wealth than 4.6 billion people. It said in 2020, there's 2,156 billionaires. They have more wealth than 4.6 billion people. Let's let that percolate. And I'm going to go, I hope you can still see me. I'm going to go to the Rand study and look that up. Study on income inequality. Okay. When the RAND researchers tackled this question, they found that if more equitable income distribution of the past had persisted, then the cumulative income of the bottom 90% of the United States would have been $47 trillion higher by 2018. And it's in a report called Connecting the Dots on Income Inequality. That is insane. That's crazy. Wow. And this is happening right now. Like, this is happening as we speak. Like, it's always been assumed like the Republicans work for the rich, but now apparently so have the Democrats. That's the point of Martin Gillen's work. Check him out. Or Thomas Piketty. Thomas Piketty, he has this massive book called Capital, or exactly the title of Karl Marx's book, right? Where I believe he shows the how wealth was created all over the globe over the last 500 years. So that's fascinating. And I think some of it had to do with the smashing of the unions. And the Democratic Party went from representing the demos or the working class to representing the elite, Silicon Valley and so forth. And, when like Hillary, for example, talked about getting money from Goldman Sachs, she was getting like $650,000 per hour. Like, so that's, but she said that had no impact on her life. So that pretty much explains who she works for and who Democrat, and she's the leader of the party. Not to pick on her, I'm sure Obama and all the rest of them are pretty much the same. Her husband, of course, and Biden and all these guys, all these people running supposedly the good party. I mean, I'm not sure what I can add about it except to say, I mean, I think that says it all, to be honest with you. 8 people have more wealth than half of the earth, the world population. Why? Are they particularly brilliant? Are they particularly industrious? Probably not. Upward transfer of wealth, $50 trillion from 90% of the public to like 0.1% of the richest of the rich. And they run the government. That's deep.